everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming the highly recommended, suggested teen pregnancy story. So we're just gonna dive right into it. Basically, Jason and I were on a family trip with my family in Florida, and it was like right after graduation from high school, and I had forgotten my birth control pills. So I don't know if you guys know much about it, or if this is already like a common known fact, but basically, like, even if you had been sexually active in the past and forgot the pill the next day, like, that still could, get you pregnant. So time was passing by, we came home, and it was time for me to go away to college, and I was playing college volleyball at the time. I was so excited. I was moving out. I was going to a cool school. I had a whole supportive team for volleyball. So a month had gone by, and I was playing volleyball, and I was feeling kind of weird, but I was like, maybe it's just because I'm working extra hard. Like, my body was going through so much just like physically in volleyball. So part of me was like, oh, it's just like physical change. But at the same time, I was like, it had been a month, and I was like, I feel like I'm gaining weight, like not getting stronger. I felt like shortness of breath. It just didn't feel right. I didn't really do much about it, but like when Jason and I did talk, I did kind of like, I obviously complained because I do complain a lot. But I also always have had like very, very light periods just because I've been so active. So when I found out like I wasn't really having periods, I was like, oh, this is normal, because I'm just playing college volleyball and it's like way more intense than club, and so I wasn't really worried about it. But Jason was like freaking out. He was like, that's not normal, like you should be having a period, at least something like once a month, like this is making me nervous, can you please take a test? So I took 2 tests from dollar store. I don't recommend those. Both of them were negative. And I found out I was pregnant in August. So how we found out, basically Jason was like insisting that we go to a doctor, because he was like, I just don't feel like this is right. He's like, even if you aren't pregnant, it would make me feel better to have a reason to know why you don't have a period. So super smart and supportive boyfriend. We went to our OBGYN, and we had an ultrasound done, and I was so in denial. I was like, I'm not pregnant. I was like, there's no way. And then I saw a little bean floating around, and I was like, I was so excited, but at the same time I was shocked. Like, all these questions started going through my head, like volleyball, school, family, friends, like what am I gonna do? I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. And then Jason was kind of more relaxed, like, because he expected it, because he was like, something's not right, and we had like the issue with the birth control. So I don't know, he kind of like, he was prepared for the news, and he was super excited. Also, I was 18 at the time and he was 20, so there's like a little bit of an age gap. I was way more embarrassed and like nervous to tell my friends and family, so I held that off, and I felt horrible for that, and I still feel really bad for that till this day. So basically, after our 2-hour appointment, we went out to lunch, and then I was like, let's go to Toys R Us, because I wanted to look at baby stuff, because I was so excited. I love babies and kids. I've always worked with kids, like I just love it. So becoming a mom was like a no-brainer for me. So like when we found out, we were like, we are having this baby, we are raising it together, like we're not doing abortion or adoption. But I am so totally not against those options, because you never know someone's story, you never know what they're going through, so I don't judge that. But in our situation, this was the best case for us. So we were so excited, and we went to Toys R Us, and we were like shopping, and then we're like, how are we gonna tell his parents? Because at that time I was living with Jason. I had quit volleyball, which was kind of sad to leave the team, and then I moved in with him and his parents. So I was living there, and then yeah, so that was like our living situation. So then Jason was like, I'll just text in the group chat with my mom and just say, oh, we have to tell you something. I was like, So when he said that, we were at Toys R Us, and she was on Find Friends, and she was like, is Lexi pregnant? And we were like, shoot. We forgot about Find Friends. And we were like, yeah, because we didn't want to tell them over text because that's pretty like crappy. So she's like, basically like, get home, like I want to talk. So we got back home, we talked, we went over everything. We kind of had a plan because me and Jason were discussing it. We were like, yes, we're raising this child together. We're so excited to bring her into the world. We didn't know it was a girl at the time, but like now she's almost 17 months, so I can say her. So we were like so excited. So basically they were like, all right, well, Lexi, you have until like October to tell your parents, and if you don't, like, then we're gonna step in and tell them, because they didn't want them to not know. I was so scared and embarrassed to like tell my family because I felt like a failure and I just felt like so bad. But it was really like, once I did tell them, I'll get into like how I told them. Once I did tell them, it literally brought us all closer together, and like I've never had the best relationships with my sisters, my parents. Like I'm just so happy with where we are in life. Like the situation was like literally a blessing. It was amazing. So basically on Halloween, yes, I waited all the way till the end of October because I was so nervous. I texted my parents in a group chat and I was like, can we get dinner? I just want to talk. And they were like, that's so not like you. So immediately my dad calls me and he goes, are you pregnant? I was like, how the heck did you know? I didn't say that. So basically they took the news like shocking at first.
You're
like,
about to see a ton of hand dancing. I don't know what was going on.
And like questions. And then like I'd say fast forward a month, they were on board and they were so supportive. So at first they were definitely like super scared for me, nervous, and just didn't know what to do. And then we had to figure out Jason and I's living situation. So we have been so lucky. We live with my parents. They have like a guest house, which is really cool type thing. It's like an upstairs, and then there's 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and we have like a little kitchenette and a dining room, and it's like perfect. It's literally perfect for us. I'm so happy and thankful for that. So also throughout the pregnancy, I was doing online school. I transferred to a community college nearby. Jason was doing school, and he also changed full-time jobs. And I was also working full-time. So it was like a lot going on, and time felt like it was flying by. Then we found out the gender, and we were so excited that it was a little girl. I literally thought we were having a boy because I read all these like wives' tales, and I was like, it's a boy. So it was really fun to find out like it was a girl. We would have been happy either way, but it was the whole experience of like seeing the ultrasound, because we went to a special place. It was like a 3D 4D type thing, and you get a little heartbeat there, and you get to see pictures, and it's just so fun. So it was super magical and special. But we were both so like, we weren't so we were embarrassed, but we weren't like sad about it. Like we were so excited, like we were so excited together. So around family, like when we talk about it to this day, we're like, oh, with our next child we would so love to do like a gender reveal party and like do more things with the public, because we were super like just with our parents. And I didn't tell my friends I was pregnant till I was like 8 months pregnant, and that's so bad. I felt horrible, but I like at the time, that's the situation I was in. I was so anxious and nervous to tell them. That was the best situation for me. So I mean, if you're watching this and you're going through this, like, don't feel pressured. Just when you feel right, that's when you feel right. And you don't want to be stressed. So I think that was the hardest part for me, was like literally being 8 months pregnant and being like, hey, so I'm gonna become a mom and you guys are like in college. So I think it was like that whole lifestyle adjustment difference. Like that was a lot to take in, because I was like, they're like leaving and I'm gonna be alone. But it actually brought me and a few of my friends closer, which I loved. So the whole experience was amazing. Burps. That was cute. I'm trying to think what else. I had a beautiful baby shower. I'm so thankful. My soon-to-be mother-in-law and my mom threw it. It came out so cute. I loved it. I had family and some friends there. It was great. I'm stretching. I'm trying to think what else. This is more of a story time type thing because I was gonna do like a Q&A and ask like what you guys wanted to hear, but I'm like, it's kind of more of just like a story of like what happened. So yeah, I was 18 when I got pregnant, 19 when I gave birth, and now I am 20 and I'm turning 21 this year. So it's been a journey and it's been the best journey. I could not imagine my life without Olivia. I love her to pieces. So I was thinking, if you guys want, the other highly requested video, I think it was my birth story. I'm trying to debate if I should have Jason in it, just because there's two sides to that. Like, cause like there's his side, which is like freaking out, and then there's me who's just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. So I don't know if you guys want to see the birth story. And I mean, we have like not pictures of the birth, but we have like hospital pictures. I can insert them in the clip and it would be super cute. So if you guys want to see that, give that video this video a thumbs up. Also comment down below if you want to see something else. I also wanted to do possibly like our living situation tour or like house tour. I never know what to call it. It's more like an apartment, I guess, a guest house. I don't know. If you guys want to see that. Also, if you guys have any questions, like how we picked her name, or just like any questions you have at all, so please comment down below because I want to know what you guys want to know. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, like, comment, talk. I love talking. If you guys are going through anything like this, it gets better. I know I've been there. Feel free to DM me. I literally only use Instagram. I guess everything else is too complicated for me. But I also really don't have time for like social media. So if you guys want to connect with me, I'll have my Insta, what is it called? Oh my gosh, username in the bio. But it's @LexandLivy. And yeah, I'm so excited. So I guess this is the end. Adios.